In talking about standards for climate services, I was going to start by saying what a climate service actually means, or what we mean by climate service. So this is a product, tool, or guidance, or advice, or similar that allows people to make sense of climate or weather data and information and use it to support decisions. The communities that benefit from the services will be better adapted to long-term climate change, as well as to the weather events and the year-to-year climate variability that affect them. So, for example, a climate service might be a forecast of drought likelihood for 3 to 6 months ahead, or it might be a tool that helps engineers and planners allow for climate change effects in the coming decades based on climate model projections. So that's what I mean by climate services. Why do we need a standard for these? Well, standards are key mechanisms to guarantee the suitability, quality, and performance of technological solutions. They also provide common terminology between users and providers of climate services. The need for quality control, standards, and certification for climate services has emerged in consultations with users in the UK, across Europe, and as well as globally through the World Meteorological Organization. There are currently no agreed standards for climate services, although ethical frameworks have been proposed. So without such a standard, anyone can produce a climate service using any data they wish and make this available for free or for a cost for anyone else to use and base decisions on. Some decisions could affect the livelihoods of many people, often vulnerable populations, or could involve large sums of investment that could be misspent. As the climate change and adaptation sector takes off, not least with the momentum of COP, we expect there to be many more climate services developed in this decade and the future. Therefore, it's an important time to be developing such standards. These are being done for the UK, but it's hoped that the principles and basis of these standards we develop can have application on an international or global scale in the future. So what benefits do standards have? Well, we came up with 7. A standard can build confidence and trust in the services that are being provided. It can encourage climate service providers to improve the quality of their services by striving for good practice. It improves the transparency of climate service products and procedures. It will increase the accountability of climate service providers. It provides a benchmark for climate services aiming to reduce the prevalence or use of services which do not meet that threshold. It can help connect decisions with the most appropriate climate services and/or products. And finally, it can support ethical considerations such as equitable access and integrity of climate services.